I guess the beauty of being in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of cold, where you feel like there's no one around and you're really kind of angry because of all of it, you're really able to get into your mind. So being born in Saskatchewan, I think only recently I really understood the luxuries of having 4 seasons, of being trapped with cold, to be inside your head, to figure things out. But as a kid, it was always a sense that she wanted to get out of this cold, flat, barren place. It was a quest, left as soon as I could, built teams, had fun, gained a lot of sales experience. I was in the West Coast and inspired and had a grant to develop products out of wastes, to develop something out of nothing, and had this incredible goddess inspire me and get me interested in industrial hemp, and went right back to Saskatchewan. Knew that it was a place where I could be an entrepreneur. There was wide open freedom, there was big spaces, and just was inspired to see that industrial hemp was a way to bring some prosperity and the things I felt was important, bringing back some resiliency, something new to the barren farmlands of Saskatchewan. So the industrial hemp movement led me to understand that when emerging industries start, it's hard to sustain yourself when there's not a lot of foundation. So we started building community. We started a nonprofit. We tried to educate farmers. Had a friend that really said, hey, you should come in and check out a little bit more on organic agriculture. Come out and see what this organic stuff's all about. And going around visiting farmers, one of the last questions, you'd inspect their farm, you'd really be able to gauge if they were into organic food based on what they'd feed you for the day. But there was an exit question, and what's the biggest hardship, or what's the hardest, difficult thing in this space? And it was that no one was listening to them. There was no marketing. So we put it on ourselves to do what we thought would be the best system to empower these farmers and bring organic food to people's plates. And the beauty of it is that we were so naive that we could do anything in the world that we said, yeah, well, we're good salespeople, and how about we get all of these farmers together? They didn't have a collective voice. They didn't have an avenue to get their products that they were really proud of into the market. So we took all these independent-minded individuals that usually compete, but now gave them a common reason to cooperate. Got them all together and said, we're going to represent you, and we're going to go straight to food manufacturers. And it doesn't seem too radical in the early 2000s with that vision, cooperative of farmers, totally transparent and going to the end consumer. But everybody in the space really told us that's not how business is done, guys. That's not how you do it. You're going to get shafted by farmers, and everyone makes money and gets up the ladder in this space by keeping information and not sharing, and you're not going to do this. Fast forward 10 years, 60 farmers, hundreds of thousands of farmland matched with ethical buyers, and it was just really neat to see that we didn't have the skill set. We didn't know anything about logistics. We didn't know anything about the whole bigger world around us. We just said, no, we're going to do this. This is the right thing. We're going to work really hard, and we did it. That's what's kind of led to now.